the JP Show.
And so today on Headline News, we're going to talk about Kanye West. Kanye to the, yes. So Adidas and Kanye are back in business with each other. Can you believe it? Adidas and Kanye West are working on a new contract. No, ladies and gentlemen, it's not the old contract where Kanye was designing shoes and creating shoes and basically, had the Yezzy brand on Smash, pretty much all over the world. It's not that type of contract. He's not a designer and a producer of sneakers anymore. This contract is going to be basically for Kanye to sell off, for Kanye to sell off his old Yeezys that are basically just sitting in warehouses and are not moving, because in this universe that we're in right now, in this time that we're in right now, it's not about big business. It's not about I'll say corporate. It's not about corporate anymore. Now it's about individualism, individuals, you know what I'm saying, that branding themselves. And as you can see in this situation, that Adidas, which is a big corporation, what they're going through is that once an individual say, my hands is off, because basically Adidas basically fired Kanye and said, your contract is null and you're done and we don't want you a part of the company no more. So once they said that, Kanye has, man, listen, when I tell you Kanye has followers on top of followers on top, his followers are beyond. And so once they said, Kanye, you're done, his followers are going to go with Kanye. Where will Kanye go? That's where his fans and his followers are going to go. And that's just the way it is. So Adidas right now is having a hard time selling off the rest of the Yeezys. And I don't know, honestly, I don't know how many pairs of Yeezys that they have, that they got to sign this man to a new contract just so they can get rid of, the Yeezys. But that's what's going on right now. Kanye West is going to be signing a new contract. Now, after everything that Adidas did to Kanye, and they froze his money, and he went from a billionaire to still a wealthy man, but everything that they did to him, he's still willing to go back. And the Yeezy brand is a major brand. Listen, I can remember in the pandemic, there was only a couple of sneakers that people were wearing in the pandemic and outside of the pandemic, and that was the Jordan 1s, the Yeezys, and really the Dunks, I would say, was like the third, but it really was like Jordan 1s and Yeezys. And after Adidas did what they did, it went back to the Jordan 1s. Now everybody is back wearing Jordan 1s and Dunks. I see a lot of Dunks now. But before, it was, when I tell you, in the pandemic, I could vividly remember, in the pandemic, the Yeezy brand was out. Everybody, I don't know if they was fake. Some people was wearing fake Yeezys. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And I thought about it for a second, because I looked at that price. There was one that I really wanted. That's the Yeezys was like $450. $450. $450. Listen, at the time I was paying like $1,500 in rent, and I'm like, God, how are people affording? My rent is $1,500. The Yeezys, this one pair is like $500. How the hell are people afford? So I believe that a lot of people were wearing fake Yeezys, but it's all good. I ain't judging nobody for. Listen, you got your fake Yeezy, you got your fake Jordans, you got the TIMs. Y'all don't know if y'all remember that back in the day. people wasn't wearing Timberlands. They was wearing they was wearing TIMs. But anyway, listen. I ain't mad at you. You got to do what you got to do, and you got to look fashionable. And in this era, there's so many different lines, and there's so many different footwear that it don't cost a lot of money, to be honest. And Ocho Cinco talks about this on his platform, and I watched him on Club Shay Shay. Ocho Cinco talk about him shopping in, what in his stratosphere, what people will call like discount stores, H&M and Zara's and all these different other type of places. But it doesn't cost much, ladies and gentlemen. All you people that's spending your hard-earned money and you buying all these fancy schmancy designer clothes, it don't cost a lot of money to look fly. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, so Kanye West and Adidas, they're back in business. They're doing it again. Kanye got to sell off these old Adidas, and I do believe that there is a marketplace. There's always going to be a marketplace for Kanye, and it's really refreshing. Let me say this. It's really refreshing to see that big corporations does not have a stranglehold on on everything and everybody anymore. Now we're seeing people. That's why it's very important, ladies and gentlemen, to create a brand. To create a brand, and we have all these different platforms, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Instagram, whether it be Facebook, whether it be TikTok, all these different type of outlets where you can create a brand. And you never know, your brand or whatever you create, your design or whatever, it may blow up. Just like, the JP Show, for an example. I created a brand and a look. And as you're looking at me right now on YouTube, I'm sorry, guys, everybody that's listening to me on 92.6 The Spot, I do apologize. But if you're looking at me right now, I branded myself. So wherever I go or whatever I do, wherever business I get into, people gonna know me as such. That as soon as they see me, that's JP, that's his brand or whatever. And you get followers, people will follow you from that, and you can take that and take that to into these corporations, and you can, whatever you're selling or whatever you have, or even if it's just yourself, a personality, you can sell that, and people are going. And these individuals are now becoming so big that it's not about the big business anymore. It's not about the big corporations anymore. They're like slowly but surely sliding down the totem pole, and the individuals that has created the thing is that the big corporations, they got the money, but the individuals, they got the ideas. And so what I like about this generation is that once the big business and the big corporations give the individuals some money so they can continue doing what they're doing, these individuals now are creating such a stratosphere and such a platform that they're gaining all these followers, and now they're actually, like Kanye, they actually can battle. You know what I mean? Maybe sometimes you may take a defeat here and there, but they actually, and I think that Kanye, I think his biggest problem is that, he might have said some rudely things about a certain religion. But I think that Kanye West can battle an individual. He can battle big corporations because first and foremost, he has the money. The thing that he got to do though is he got to get the money out of those big corporations' hands. He got the money, but it's some of it, a lot of it maybe is still in their stratosphere, in their hands, and they still probably, whether it be contracts or whatever. He got to get to a point. Once he gets to a point where he's a Billy and he really has a Billy all on his own, and it's nothing nobody can do to freeze his accounts, to touch his money. Man, listen, he's out of here. He is out of here. But Kanye is one of those people that can battle big corporations because he's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Listen, guys, that's headline news for today. Headline news: Kanye West, Adidas signs a new contract. Kanye is actually going back to work for Adidas to sell off his old Yeezys.